Thanksgiving. And I
Oh,
flew
okay.
here. Yeah.
Chicago's a good city.
Simple.
It's cold
Oh.
right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, it's running now. It's running now.
Oh, of course it would be, yeah.
So Ramses and Moses are cousins, but when they first meet, they seem more like brothers.
Yeah.
Can you talk about their relationship as the story begins and how it changes?
The beginning of the film, we see Ramses and Moses raised, we're told they're raised as brothers, and they really behave and feel and see each other, view each other as brothers. There's a deep love there and a camaraderie, which very early on in the story is tested by this prophecy that one may not fare so well on the battlefield, and the one that saves the other's life will, the one who's saved will not be the great man of Egypt. Which is a very kind of like something that Ramses and Moses both somewhat roll their eyes at, this idea of prophecies and the gods and the multiple god system. The prophecy comes true, and it starts to drive a wedge between the two brothers, which is deepened when Moses finds out that he is perhaps not really of the royal family, but in fact a Hebrew. And through the grapevine, Ramses discovers this as well, and that's when he's sent into exile, and the relationship goes. But it's that beginning foundation bed of the raising of the boys with a deep connection that then somehow kind of complicates and strengthens that later division.
And then what impressed you most about meeting and working with Ridley Scott?
Just meeting Ridley at all was an impressive situation for me. I just admired his work for so many years, so many of his movies. So I was very chuffed just to meet him. I had a dinner with him the first night we met, and it was funny because we spent the day playing dress-ups, literally, and then the evening having a dinner and hearing his stories, and you know, I felt like I was very honoured to get a chance to work with him. And you know, watching him work and just seeing how visually spectacular and detailed he was, how organised he was, and how much like a general he was in creating this environment on set where everybody wanted to go to battle with him in a really great way, on his side, unified to create this great vision of his. And he was so decisive, organised, creative, fun to be around, and watching the fact that for him making movies was kind of like breathing. He made it seem so easy.
What aspect of Ramses was most challenging to depict?
Oh. The most challenging thing for me was to try and keep a sense of, if empathy is the right word, a sense of at least understanding and, you know, Ramses throughout the story as he became more akin to a kind of a figure like Hitler, you know, this crazy megalomaniac, you know, subjugating another race, and yet at the same time finding within that his own insecurity and these moments where we see him as an actual still a real human being. So holding those two things together and finding the right balance, I found, you know, was a good challenge.
Great. Thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure.
Nice meeting you.
You too. Thanks a lot.